Jabu, Sawaya, Innocent, Sawaya, Sagesani, and then not one, Sawaya, the Raja, yes, I Sawaya, Sosia, Masuki, Sawaya, Sawaya, how will Gabba, Jamoya, Wesley? No, you want boy, how will Gabba, no, you boy? Sosia, Emily Sosia, Emily Sosia. Garaja yes I get Socio Nanaga Monarchy is an onion not one when you as well. And no say Chicago can you have one over by your own? My only one ya boy Nanaga but I'm only one ya boy Garaja in Abu and way up well Abu and way up well soon in Abu well Sagia Nanaga na bebe yekio, na bebe yeki small. Maglo yo jamu ya, maglo yo jamu ya. Sawa then you could be rapolu. Then Evelyn something, Jajine. The answer, mo. Sagesi anade na tuano nyo. Ne garage ani answer again. Nona someone ja. Si anu roti. Akwonti ya bledo la de bo won jade mo won ru yande ja se le mo won ru yande ja sule elanga be garela sosio ola sosio garega ina sosio so oye sagia kawe gira ja sagia kawe aso monja kawe ya wuti osian na happy birthday don mo The song is dedicated to Evelyn Samson Janyini. They have Grugo, Karojanyina, happy birthday, Evelyn.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Voice of Sinoe is coming your way this afternoon. We're your hosts, Zarzar, for the esoteric, of course, our veteran journalist, Patrick Bull, is joining us from Liberia. So please, ladies and gentlemen, as you join us, share the link for us, and we will do appreciate it. We'll be right with you on the screen. Don't go away.
Hey, hold on there and listen. The biggest online platform is back and we are ready. It's the Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora, your one-stop for information, debate, and discovery. Join us every Thursday at 12 o'clock p.m. EST, 4 o'clock p.m. GMT, and 12 midnight in the Philippines, where power, progress, and the people take center stage. The program is with your host, Zarzar Esoteric, the mouthpiece of the God, and your bread and co-host, Shadow Snare. They are bringing the heat, the truth, and the talk every single week with spotlight, polls, education, politics, and so much more. Listen and listen very well. The program features deep dives and critical analysis from Patrick Bolu and Pickens Jadia. Don't miss out. Catch us live on Facebook and YouTube. Just search Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora. The program is every Thursday, and you know why? We bring the conversation to you. Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora, where your voice matters.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sinoe County Premier Platform. With your host, Dr. Pude Esoteric, coming to you live from Columbus, Ohio, these United States of America. Today is a special day. Today is the Independence Day of the United States of America. Before I continue with that, let me double check my audio here. Please give me a second before I bring my man Patrick on here. All right, my audio is super. Okay, again, officially welcome to our platform. Make sure you share the show for us. Please subscribe to our YouTube page as well. Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora is our name on YouTube. All right, without further ado, I'd like to bring my man P on here from Liberia, all looking cool. Hey, Patrick.
Hey, Esoteric.
What's up, buddy? What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, we are happy to be back here on this fantastic weekend. It's a wet weekend in Monrovia. Yeah, but we want to say happy July 4th to you and to other team members and to all our followers from the US, as well as all of the Liberian people and family members in the United States. We say happy July 4th. We are good to be back, and we are here for the people's business.
All right, Patrick, thank you. Yes, to join you as well. I don't know. Yes, it's a difficult one. Just the same way we had a conversation the other time about Creighton Duncan, what I should say, happy birthday to the United States, but hey, they are good and bad, Yeah, so for the fact that I'm here, I'm healthy, all the opportunities are here, so from that angle, it will say happy birthday. But when we look at it from the other end, Patrick, a country since its inception, you have almost about 500 plus war waged, the country has put boots on the ground around from 300 or 200, I know this is 300 or 400, countries that put boots on the ground. So when we look at those things, see what's going on in Israel and Israel is doing to other countries, see what's going on in Palestine, those things. It's kind of different. So it's kind of iffy for me, but we just say, happy birthday because we are here, so when we are opportune, we'll be able to at least, help family members back home there. So from that angle, but if you ask me, it's 50-50, Patrick. But I know you are sponge, you are America first, you are mega. So so you're mega.
Oh no, my man, you got it wrong, man. Oh my God, I'm shocked. I'm shocked. No, you got it wrong, my man.
What did I get wrong?
America has perhaps arguably the shortest motto. I don't know. I've not read a lot of mottos, of other countries, but in God we trust. And do you know one thing? Even though you don't believe in God, but there's one thing about God. God is a God of war. It's a supernatural being of war, a supernatural being of justice. And so, if America trusts in God, believes in God, and everything about America is God, then of course, war should not be a surprise, and justice should not be a surprise. Equality and everything that America believes in and promotes should not be a surprise. But anyway, hope we can have some time on America 250 years ago and see where we can take it in the next 250 years.
Okay. So everything, God is war. Yeah. and that's in the word of patria. I mean, waging war on other people is justice. So how can you put war and justice in the same sentence? You be whole. Justice is not war. Justice is, I don't know if you take it from the perspective of the character of Plato in the Republic. I think it's Thrasymachus said justice is what is in the interest of the strong. So from that angle, that's what Patrick is talking about. But if you ask me what is justice, I would say justice is giving to each what is due. All right. So if you don't deserve war, why should Patrick wage war on you? If you have your philosophy and you say, for example, I subscribe to communism or I subscribe to socialism and I don't subscribe to capitalism, the Patrick will say, you know what? You are my enemy because I have more military might. I can come and invade you because of your philosophy, because of why you espouse. So that is not just Patrick. But you know what? If you want to come back, go ahead so we can begin the show officially.
Oh yeah, and so so why you have provided a unique philosophical definition of justice, especially giving to one what is due. Well, I am not sure even where right in the United States, where, for example, the right to bear arms is constitutional, is fundamental, but I'm not too sure also that mentally deranged people carry arms or bear arms. And, so that tells you that justice will not be about giving to everyone what is due them. Because everybody is deserves to bear arms, but mentally deranged people will not bear arms. And so we have to reshape the definition of justice. But justice in a sense of God, justice in the sense of America, justice is fair play. All right, what you don't want people to do to you, don't do to others. Take for instance,
but Pastor, what is America doing to other countries that other countries cannot do to America? Why?
Okay, so other countries don't believe in protecting the rights and dignities of people. Other countries believe that they can go.
And you think America believes in that?
America believes in that. America stands for that, and that's why Abraham and that's why we can rephrase Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg address. I mean, the opening lines. We can rephrase it today to say, 12 scores and 10 years ago, a nation was born, conceived in liberty, and dedicated to the proposition that all men were created and born equal. So what is that? What does that proposition say? I mean, if everybody was born equal or was created equal, that means that every human right counts, and every human life is valued. So for somebody to take on himself, for example, in Iran, I mean, you go to slaughter, I mean, hundreds of thousands of their own citizens, and America says a photo of him, for example. No, that can be. I mean, that would not be justice if America chooses to fold hands. So what America is doing so far around the world, all the air bases, all the military budget, and everything the Pentagon is doing, it is all intended to tell mankind, to tell other nations, to send a message to China, Russia, North Korea, and all high-headed nations that don't respect human rights, to say democracy matters most, and we must respect the rights of people to choose and make their choices. And America stands for that. Yeah.
Yeah, Patrick, good job. Good job. When they wrote every man was born equal, that black man wasn't considered a full human being. At the time, black people were not included. That's why, Barbara, I just forgot her last name, when she was elected, she said, I'm finally included in we the people. So when they wrote that particular Declaration of Independence, that's why up to now in the Constitution of the U.S., black man is considered 2/3. I think 3/5 of a human being. You are now a full human being right now, a black man. That's the so. If he said we are born equal, it wasn't referring to you. It wasn't referring to a black man. It was those that came from Europe and took over the land. So when you talk about, Iran killing your own citizens, Patrick, what are you talking about? What are you talking? You say that to the Native Americans here. Go say that to them that are on reservation camps right now in their own land. The people can't invade it and kill thousands of them. Go say that to you and myself. Our fathers, forefathers, they call it African Americans. What they did to them, 400 plus years slavery and killed thousands of them. So go say that to the Canadian, where the Canadians were invaded, Mexico, Cuba, all the countries that are around America. Go say that to them. So when we talk about human rights and Iran killing your own citizens, right? You must say our time. George Floyd, hot son, the people they killing right in front of us. So if you say, human rights, if you out there, you can say that. But what we are looking at is different thing right now, Patrick. American citizen, if you go Philadelphia right now, there's a street they call Kensington. You go there, human being walking like zombies on the street. The people, the police passing by there, nobody cares. In Washington D.C., the same thing. Trump right now kind of kicking those people so they can see them. Citizens in the country, they are zombie. When you say zombie, walking like they defy gravity, literally, like they're not human beings. But the country doesn't care. It's capitalism. It's about, who can get more money? So your country, the president right now, Patrick, are you there? I think you're frozen. Okay. Oh yeah. I try to make sure the president right now. They just released his financial report. The man worked just 1 year in office. If you got that last year financial report, just $2 billion. The man, when he got in office, he was worth around $2-3 billion. But right now, the man is worth $6 billion. That's how corrupt the country is. So it's about the people rights, about seeking the interests of the people. Why Tim Madani, the guy the city mayor in New York right now, he's trying to make life affordable for the people because the people can't afford it. The cost of living is going up, but they can't carry your wages up. They say, you know what? We can carry your wages up, but every time when you are renting every year, the owner of that house can carry the rent up, but your pay should not go up. When they talk about the same Patrick man who believes in America first, he say no. When you give the people more money, it's socialism. So don't give it. They can only give it to him. Then it's good. But Patrick, it's the 150 anniversary of America. That what we're going into there a little bit. But if you want to come back, go ahead so we can go. I wouldn't have no rebuttal again, so we can have discussion.
Yeah. Sometimes it's difficult to argue with a crocodile. When it comes from the water and say the alligator teeth alone, to argue sometimes becomes suicidal. So I only want to argue, about, what is eternally happening in America? What we know and what we have read and what we have seen and for what America has demonstrated in the last 250 years did not come on silver platter. It did not come on a golden platter. It comes through, everything comes through Congress. And through Congress, America shall continue to thrive. And lead. And thankfully for us, we that believe in America, when America took the superpower shape in 1945, how many years now? That's almost about 80 plus years now, okay, since it became the world superpower. And we that believe in America, we bless God so much to the extent that God gives America everything. God blesses America with knowledge, with power, with authority, and with everything except the power, authority to give life. So only life America can give, but every other thing.
Patrick is frozen
that power and that blessing. And for that, we are grateful, we are thankful, and we say, may God bless America, and may America, and may America be greater, and the greatest again and again and again. Patrick, all of you.
Thank you, Patrick. Wishing your Congress country. Okay. Maybe people go and conquer every country. That's a good thing. All right, man. RFP, thank you. I enjoy talking to you about about the great United States. They got good things here. I don't want to give everything away. You're talking about education. If you're here, if you want to be educated, that's something you can get. But guess what? When you graduate, Patrick, get ready for the student loan for you, okay? It go with you for the rest of your life. All right, man. Let's get to the topic. What we have today. I want to say thank you to our viewers, those who are joining us right now. Really appreciate you. So, a couple of people, I'll recognize you later. Comment, and we'll also recognize your comment, read your comment as well. So, Patrick, let's get to our topic here. You know, but as usually, the way we start the show is to do some shout out. So let's do that quickly. You know, my cousin here, she celebrated her birthday. Evelyn Sampson. So I'll put this picture here so she doesn't block us. So Evelyn celebrated her birthday, I think about last week. I'm terrible with time, Patrick, so forgive me on that. Yeah, but Evelyn celebrated her birthday. So again, we wrote a post and talked to her. You know, she's my cousin. She's in Minnesota. I can't wait for next month to go there and get that delicious, you know, sisterly food. You know, so yeah, Evelyn, want to say happy belated happy birthday to you, and we wish you a many more happy returns and the best life has to offer. Patrick.
Yeah, and Evelyn, I want to add my voice to that of the CEO to say belated happy birthday to you, and I want to say happy Judah 4th to you and your family, and wherever you are, may God keep blessing you.
All right, so the next person, it's not a birthday, but it's the daughter of, you know, Sinoe County as well. Her name is Sarah Digby. I think you know, I don't probably you don't know, but it's one of our board members, Maya Tooley. His wife, you know, says, I just forgot her name. It slipped my mind, having a brain fart right now. Yeah, so yeah. But this is their daughter. She's in medical school, but she also has passion for modeling, and so she's taking part in the competition. You know, going to medical school is quite expensive, so she is doing other things on the side to finance to pay for her education. So yeah, she's taking part in a competition. The information is on the flyer here. All you have to do is create a Google account, and you can subscribe to. You can go on her page and vote for her. You can vote as many times as you want, but it's not the same time, but once a day. So you can go on her page and just vote for her. And it's Sarah Digby. You know, yeah, great little girl. She's doing well, going to medical school. So Patrick, that if you're out there, I think these are the people I have for announcement. For sure, we just want to remind our people the convention is around the corner, and again, it's USA National Convention is coming up next month, August, beginning the 13th to the 16th in Minnesota. And we ask all of you, those are not paid, you have not purchased your ticket, please do so. Yeah, so we can have a wonderful convention. William Manning, this is a national president. This is his first convention. So want to see what Mr. William Manning going to do, or what the Minnesotans want to do. You know, Kulu, when you was the president, he had a convention, or you hosted a convention before, and we raised over 50 grand. You know, so let's see what Mary Pine or team going to do. We'll have a presidential candidate, or hopeful, I should say. John Tyler will be the guest speaker at the occasion. So we ask you to be part of our national convention. Members or non-members, you are welcome. All right, Patrick, I think that's what we have so far. Yeah, but before we go on, Patrick, it's a breaking news, so we'll be right back. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora with Esoteric and Patrick. So Patrick, the breaking news we are getting, or we got before coming on here. Some people calling the political godfather of Sinoe County, District Number 3, one of the political gurus in the country, Honorable Zarzar. He was in the U.S. For a while after he participated in the senatorial race, and he was relegated. And so he came to the U.S. for a while to have some what both men would call respite, you know, to have a break. you know, and recently he returned to Liberia. So political pundits, you know, they have been asking questions. You know, I've been seeing multiple posts on Facebook, a lot of political speculation going on, you know. So the question, Patrick, that will be probing based on, I mean, you, of course, you give your analysis, but does Mr. Zarzar return signal the beginning of a campaign, you know, for 2029? What is cooking, Patrick? You know, we're seeing a lot of, I mean, excitement on Facebook. Even when he was en route, the guys are making an announcement. The political golf parlor is returning home. And we have, I mean, been somebody who was closer to him. The compound has been inundated with people, supporters. What is cooking? Is he planning to contest in 2029 senatorial race, or is he coming to go back and say, you know what, my district is dying right now, and that's my view. I'm not saying that's Mr. Zarzar's view, but district number 3 is dying right now on the watch of the Noah. Is Mr. Zarzar thinking, you know what, let me come back and resuscitate a dead district on the Sunday Boy Noah, as a matter of fact, the entire county, because our senator said the county is totally dead. So is Mr. Zarzar contemplating coming back to resuscitate the entire county or our district? The county is dead totally, and then the district is dead. So our district is dead twice. Mr. Noah is killing it, and Crypto Duncan also killed the entire county. So, Patrick, what does the return of Mr. Zarzar, what does it signal? What are you getting?
Well, honestly, Zarzar was one of the most loved lawmakers, one of the most celebrated lawmakers, or should I say one of the most accomplished lawmakers in Sinoe's post-war history. It's 12 years in that position. I mean, he did a lot of great things. Yeah, many people remember him for. And so, in fact, he's been away, opened a gap for many people. It left many people hopeless for some time, because 5 hours time interval between America and Liberia. So many people were not hearing from him. Many people were not in touch with him, and many people been asking questions. But when he left, I mean, there was a news of what others would call a reclamation movement. Okay, yeah. So I'll call it, something to give back or to the people. Yeah. So Zarzar boys and boys and girls have been doing some great work, But what is also amazing to notice is the fact that Zarzar has been constantly engaged with the activities back home. He didn't cut his phone off. He didn't disengage. He didn't relax himself. He was always engaging and, on top of most of the things that were happening. But maybe if the news means something different, if it means something politically, experience, or something politically, different for the district in terms of reclamation that we heard about, then of course it may have been reinforced by recent utterances, by Noah and his supporters, that in the entire last span of the district, from 1964 to 2026, the statement that from 1964 to 2026, the best lawmaker the district ever produced, is Honorable Noah, or what Honorable Noah has done for the district, in less than 2 years, is far outweighs, it far outperforms, and is more accelerating or accomplishing than any other lawmaker. So that is, you combine 5 lawmakers, their records, their achievements. No one in supporters are saying, for example, in less than 2 years, the little he has done so far is, it's the greatest, it's the most accomplished thing that ever happened in the district. If you make such statement, for instance, then the people who have the authority to change things around, their attention is caught. Their attention is awakened. And I think this is why people are excited. People are excited because if you, I've not heard from Olokuya, for example, where he went in the public to tell people that he's the best performing lawmaker over Christian Duncan, who served previously, or over Jefferson Camo, or over Timothy Davis, or over Fred Blay, or over the pre-1980 leaders in representatives. He has never said so. Samson Waya has never said so. And even in the senatorial seats, Duncan has never said that he's best performing over another person who's in the city before. Chie has never said so too. But no one has said that in 2 years, what he has done in the district so far, it's the greatest thing that ever happened to the district. And it's the most accomplished thing so far in the record of Joseph Slero, the record of Maya Tobo, the record of Darlington Tier, in the record of Lelet Waba, in the record of Matthew Zarzar, and every other person, and Victor Queer, and every other person who ever said before him. So I think this is where Honorable Zarzar's attention probably have been caught, and maybe there's where people too are happy to say, well, we have not heard this before, and such ego we cannot maybe allow it to continue to to slide, and somebody must come, to give hope. So perhaps not confirmed yet, perhaps Zarzar has come to, he has returned to offer hope to the people. He has come to, to redeem his people, and he has come perhaps to set them, to take them from Egypt, perhaps to the promised land. I don't know if that what it is. But will it be without a price? Will that be without a cost? Will it be without, some obstacles and doubting challenges? Then there will we find answers to in the next, as we continue our analysis.
All right, Patrick, thank you. Yes, I think at this point, because Mr. Zarzar is not in political power, so when you say you want to redeem the people, I don't know exactly how you're going to do that, because you have to be in the seat of power to kind of propound the interests of the people, to advance the interests of the people. So at this point, so when you say, oh, you're going to redeem the people, there is nothing you can do. The people, they have taken Sonny Boy Noah, who thinks that, by, we're washing old bus, and sending them over there, that the children are not using, the roads are all messed up, they are mud, Imagine, Patrick, our elders, they don't even go to the office of Mr. Noah, because they don't want to go there, and then young kids on Facebook talking about them, our people are traditional people. So they kind of petulance that Mr. Noah in his office, they exhibit, our elders, they don't go there. But Mr. Zarzar was there, the people will come from the villages and town to go there because they know their dignity will be respected. So right now we have an office that, the young guys will just come on Facebook and attack people that are reputable, people that have been holding our society together for eons, and they attack them. So Patrick, right now as it is, Mr. Zarzar, again, I don't know why he is on ground. Again, that's his country, of course. So he has the right to go there anytime he wants to. He has properties there. So he can go there anytime. But I think we need a face in the Capitol building, Patrick. You see, every society, every country, every community has people that when that person comes, all right, everybody, the other person on the other side will pay attention, So right now, if you have Zarzar and you put Noah together, President Boyka will not pay attention to Sonny Boy Noah because he's little known. Nobody knows Sonny Boy Noah, you know. But if Mr. Zarzar stands up or Mr. Zarzar sends a communication, the president will pay attention because he knows the worth of this man. But nobody pays attention to our district. The guys ready to go on Facebook. They say they don't care for their own people, you know. So Patrick, we can be on this for a long time, but again, it's a good thing for Mr. Zarzar to go there, you know, so that Sonny Boy Noah, I mean, if that smart begin, he will go to the old man and say, "Oh, Papi, how you doing? I'm here to greet you." But he will not do it. You know, the young man is too arrogant. He thinks, you know, when we used to play checker, the man now reached kink. You know, when we used to play checker, so the man, a big man, he can go to the elders. You got to understand our tradition says, you know, you need the old, you have to sit on the old mat before you plot the new one, right? But we'll have our man, the man say, you know, I don't need the old mat. You know, he jettisoned threw everything away. You know, so he doesn't go to the elders for wisdom, for advice. It's about, you know, someone Yakozo telling him what to do because the man, political advisor, Oliver Davis telling him what to do. These guys they are novices. They are callow when it comes to politics. They are neophytes. They don't know about what we're talking about. We're talking about national geopolitics. What do they know about those things? And that's why our district is going down the hole every day. And they are there celebrating Noah on Facebook. Whereas their brothers and sisters, they are not in school. I mean, it just we are in bad shape, man. But let's see. Again, Mr. Zarzar, like he's rightly said, Patrick, Mr. Zarzar has not declared his intention for anything. So all we are doing now, those are all in the media, is our job, and to kind of ponder and speculate on things. So yes, that's what we are doing right now. Mr. Zarzar did not declare to run for any office in Liberia, so we have to make that unambiguously clear. All right, Patrick, let's go to the next thing here. So, Patrick, the next thing here that I want us to talk about, but that I think I'll make that a breaking news as well because it's a breaking news. So we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go away. All right, Patrick, the breaking news is the young lady, you know, Vicky Gray, doctor. Let me put that title before I get in trouble here. Dr. Vicky Gray has been making her ways in Liberia. She is currently in Liberia. I think you know her. Yes, there is an incident that happened, and she was sued. You know, I think I listened to the story. She went to, I think she's called a Lady Queen or something like that. She had a party or something like that, and then she went there. Dr. Gray was invited. She went there with her team, and a scuffle erupted, you know, and from that she was sued for instructing your security to assault, you know, other people and stuff like that. So she was taken to court. So Patrick, what I want to do here is maybe let's look at the story. I saw the story on Spoon, I think Spoon TV. They reported that story. So let's look at that story for a little bit and see what Spoon TV reported. All right, and then I will give you the opportunity to give your opinion. What happened to her? Was it fair for her to have been taken to court, you know, and stuff like that? I mean, I think I'm seeing her activities in the country. She's going around and helping people. I think that's a good thing she's doing. So for a goodness, I don't know, it's not a goodness that been taken, but you know, we never know what people are thinking, right? So yeah, she was taking the call. Let me get to the story here quickly. Give me a second, Patrick. All right. So while I'm looking for the story, you can give preliminary thought why you make her for her a quick talk, I should say.
Yeah. So I have followed this situation with Dr. Vicky Gray and Master Queen, and I think the situation involving, I mean, court action and all of that, I think it was very unnecessary. It was not. It should have been avoided, and every avenue to have avoided that situation was available. But one thing it shows to me, is that it exposes the evil intention of some Liberians. I mean, to tie their friends down, or to tie people down on little or nothing. A lot of a lot of envy, or a lot of ignorance, or something. And that's my judgment on the situation. So, for instance, the Master Queen invited Vicky to go to attend, the party she had organized. All right, and the lady graciously turned out, and while she turned out, she did not put herself in a general crowd, but rather she booked a section, of the event. She booked a section of the event with her followers, her team members, and then at that event something happened. An altercation occurred, something that led to a fight. And one way to have resolved that situation, on the side of Master Queen, was, getting to Vicky Gray. Oh, my sister, I mean, from the event we hosted, something happened, very unfortunately. And I think I'm calling so we can find a way to resolve it. The bodyguards, I don't attack my brother, or my brother, attack your bodyguards, and if fight took place, we can resolve it. But instead of going that route, she went to sue Vicky Gray, to put her on record, to put her on a criminal record, and maybe put her on a trouble ban, and perhaps tarnish her reputation at the U.S. Embassy, or maybe at the level of the United States, where the citizen is involved, who have been involved in violence or human rights abuse or other things, and something may have happened to Vicky, all of a sudden. So I think that was one of the unfortunate instances, of situations that I've seen in this country. It shows to us, to me, and it's a message to all our friends to the U.S., that not everybody in this country is happy for what they do. Not everybody is happy for them to even be in America. Not everybody is even happy for the little help they are giving back to Liberians who are suffering back home here.
Yeah, so thank you, Patrick. Well said. So that's a story that Spawn TV reported. I'll play a quick video shout out for Vicky Gray. But here, Spawn TV charges dropped against that of Vicky Gray, but court holds two of the guards for lesser crimes. So two of the security officers, they held there. So Monrovia, Liberia, the Monrovia City Magisterial Court has acquitted businesswoman Dr. Vicky Gray of all criminal charges arising from an alleged assault at Cigar Bar in Single, ruling that prosecutors failed to establish probable cause linking her to the incident. In a ruling delivered Friday, Steppenary Magistrate L. Ben Bako dismissed the charges of aggravated assault, simple assault, menacing, criminal conspiracy, and disorderly conduct against Dr. Gray. The court, however, ordered the remaining, the court found probable cause to charge two bouncers for lesser offenses like simple assault and disorderly conduct instead of aggravated assault. Also, one of the bouncers, Prince Garsua, was cleared of all charges. The complaint was filed by Stephen Weir, Joseph C. Weir Jr., and Emmanuel Bono, who alleged they were attacked during the early morning hours of June 21st, 2026 at Cigar Bar on 19th Street Single. Prosecutors claimed that the Gray instructed her security personnel to assault the complainants. During the preliminary examination event, hosts Grace Howard Weir testified that she heard that the Gray telling her security to beat them all shortly before the altercation. However, she acknowledged on cross-examination that Dr. Gray did not physically participate in the fight and that no audio or video recording captured the alleged statement. Police investigator George Kane, I'm not going to, Quaid, testified that investigators confirmed a confrontation occurred and observed injuries on the complainants, but could not determine who carried out the assaults. He also disclosed that the investigation ended after the complainant sought to withdraw the case before final findings were reached. Complainant Stephen Weir testified that he was attacked by several men, struck with a shasha, I don't know what that word is, a battle, and sustained a serious eye injury. It also confirmed that Dr. Gray did not physically assault him. In his ruling, Magistrate Barco found that the prosecution failed to produce sufficient evidence connecting Dr. Gray to the alleged crimes. However, he held that witness testimony and medical evidence established probable cause against the remaining defendants on the lesser charges. Okay, so Patrick, that's the ruling from the court and how she was set free. That's the case. I just wanted to get context because people don't read the information, they just run with it. Yeah, so when she was free, yeah, let me see a quick video here. And this is Watch herself. I was trying to add it to the studio, but it couldn't work. So let me just play the audio from her side, what she said, part of it.
I don't even play like that. I don't even play like that. I don't even play like that. So she came the third time to my section again, asking me, what are you doing for your birthday? I'm standing right now. The security guards are behind me. She's in front of me. Right here, standing in front of me like this. My security guards are behind me. So I can't see anything that's happening behind me. Because me and her is having a face-to-face conversation about my birthday. What are you doing for your birthday? We talking. I turn around, I see a whole commercial behind me, like people arguing. And then I see a guy slapping my security guard Prince. When I turned around, when Mira was talking, I just heard noise behind me. When I turned, I saw the guy who was identified now to be her brother. I saw him slapping Prince. When I saw him slap Prince, I got out of there. I was gone. Yes, I left. When y'all heard of the video recording of her and Gary, when she said Vicky ran out of here, yes, I did. I ran out of there. I'm not supposed to be in no fight videos. I'm not supposed to be in drama. I'm not supposed to be. Come on now, you don't slap a grown man and you expect a reaction. So of course I started to panic because I don't know what Prince was gonna do. I don't know what was gonna happen after that. So I got scared. And on my son's life, God take my life right now from lying. I left my bag in that place, my Louis Vuitton bag, my red Louis Vuitton bag, my 2 iPhone 17 minutes after.
Okay, so Pastor, just a little bit of background, what happened at that area, Yeah. So that's the issue. Like you rightly put it, Patrick, is our country, we have to do better. I don't know, this hatred that we have for each other is just ridiculous, But my thing too, I mean, Vicky is a leader. I know she's a lady, but Patrick, if you have your security and something happens, you should be able to control your security. But she said, you can't slap a grown man and you don't expect him to retaliate, right? I mean, if they respect you, you are in that space, right? Your security should not retaliate, it should not jump into a fight. That is not why they were hired. I mean, their primary goal is to protect you. So I mean, I personally think, I mean, she should at least talk to us because security should be able to listen to her because she pays them, she takes care of them. So when you are assaulted, you're the leader, you have to advise the security. But again, I don't know. Again, she's a female, and then those guys are big, some of those guys, they are temperamental. But before you hire people, Patrick, that's why you have to make sure that they get the proper training. Because a security officer, because somebody slapped you so you can get into a fight. That's how a security officer is supposed to be, right? But again, these people, they are not trained people. You know, they didn't go to the academy to learn security ethics. You know, they just work out, they get beat badly, you know, so somebody can just hire them. But it doesn't look good on her part as a leader to have people behind her. And because somebody slaps you, so you retaliate, and then a whole program where your boss is, you turn that place into a circus. You know, people are fighting and everything all over the place. I mean, that is unprofessional, you know. But again, that's my take. And yeah, we should be able to love each other. I think the girl that hosted that party, she should have control her brother as well, because you don't want to invite people to your place. You invite a Vicky to come there, right? You don't invite guests to your place and your brother is being disorderly and you don't do something about it. You don't ask the people to take it out. Patrick, if I invite guests to my house and my family or any of my family member be disrupted, I'm telling the security to get you out of the place. You don't disturb people. You know, you don't disturb the occasion. All right. So I think she screwed up over there to the host of that program. And then maybe they were trying to use that girl as a cash cow, you know, to take money from her by going to court and stuff like that. That's bad, you know. We don't know how she got her money, but, you know, she using her money to help people out. And I appreciate her for that. But that's my take on that, Patrick. You're on mute.
Yes, and you said it. And you said it very, very right. You put it. I mean, you could not have said it any better. I mean, I don't know. Even for you, you are a professional security person with extensive knowledge in security ethics, you know, and operandis. I don't claim to be a security person, and I don't claim to have knowledge of security operations. But I also learned too that in high profile security operations, the security determines, you know, dictates to the protected. All right, the security dictates to the protected or determines where the protected goes, where the protected cannot go, and how the protected, you know, environment is kept. I mean, that's how people who are in the security, I mean, area, that's what they say most of the time. You know. So if that is the case, that even the president security determines where his motorcade drives or where it goes and where it cannot go. If that is the case, then I think that I forget Greg could not have had any say. You know, she could not have had any say as to the behavior or action of those protecting her. And the other thing I agree with you on is that the security people beyond that I forget Greg, they're all amateur. I mean, amateur body guys. All right, amateur body guys. They have no ethics. They have no training. They have no formal education. They have nothing. You know, they are higher agents. All right, higher guys. So the higher guys, you know, because of their body weight, perhaps they feel that they can do anything. You know, and the situation too was blown out of proportion too by Master Queen's failure to call for calm, or her failure to even talk to her brothers to forget every situation that was happening. The moment the argument started, she was in a better position, you know, to have calmed her brother first, take them from the environment, relocate them somewhere, let them be somewhere, you know, and then let the party continue. If for any reason, I mean, it was the Vicky Grace guys, you know, that initiated the whole application, of course, she should have had something to say to them too, you know. But on the overall, I think it should not have gone the way it went, especially at the level of the court. She called it. I mean, she spoiled her money, because I can be ignorant enough to can't go take my list and somebody money I go sue somebody, I go sue an American citizen for what? What I'm looking for, except for a grave offense, except for a capital offense against me. But come out in a fighting that go somebody fighting where maybe nothing happens to me, then I go take my small money in my suitcase or in my wallet. I say I'm going to an American citizen. What I'm looking for? Come on, man.
Yeah, but she didn't do well because the story we just read, she even said that the grade instructed the security to do that, right? But then when the court pressed her to produce audio or produce video, she couldn't do anything like that. So that's why I was saying I saw the whole case as a gold digging case, right? They wanted to get money from Vicky Gray, and that was the whole plan. That's the whole thing that you were on there. It wasn't fair at all. You can't make an allegation, especially when you're taking it to court and you don't have something compelling to present to the court, and you say, "Oh, I heard her," that doesn't hold in court. You can't go to court and say, "Oh, I heard the person." You have to have something that will be compelling because you are putting somebody's record on the line here, But again, it happened to Vicky Gray, and I listened to a video, and she said that was a learning experience for her. It's so true that when you go to Liberia, you can be the nicest person, but you can't go everywhere, Yeah, and she I don't know her personally, but she seems to be a generous lady. She friendly, she down to earth. She little kids and everybody else. She brings herself down. The joke. Not a lot of people with money would do that, Patrick. Some people want to get money, they way up there. They don't even want to see people. Oh, you look nasty. You're not looking clean, and they just talk down to you. But she is very humble. So yeah, I'm glad that she wasn't convicted. All right. Patrick, let's switch gear to something else. Let's see what else we have for our agenda today. Our guys, our followers, please, if you have comment, you want to contribute to anything, by all means, you can send a message in my inbox. You tell me, I will put the call-in number up in a little bit if you want to contribute to anything that we are discussing. All right, so let's go to the next thing. That was Vicky Gray case. All right, we're done with that. So, Patrick, let's go to the next thing I want us to talk about today on the show, or we plan to talk about. Let's see on our agenda. We done with Mr. Zarzar, and let's see. Let me see my agenda. So let's talk about this one. It's a big one too. The Congress for Democratic Change. They had this big, celebration in Lofa. So let me do the part where it's not fair. We'll talk about Vicky Gray. Let's put a celebration video here. I did a quick video clip here. So let's see.
Now it's the victory time.
This is the victory.
All right, so Dr. Vicky Gray there celebrating her victory. I don't know her again, but I'm happy for her. She's doing good stuff around the country. She's not just she doesn't have her money enjoying it by herself. She's sharing with those that are struggling. Even the post when she was acquitted, she said 100%. She sent that number. She will bless them with something as a way of celebrating. So, Patrick, let's go to the MACT Coalition for Democratic Change. But before we go, that will be read by some breaking news. All right, so Patrick, we have let's see. That's not the talking point I wanted. Let me put this one. Did I put the CDC one here? Hopefully I did. Yeah, CDC at 22. So Patrick, the Congress for Democratic Change, CDC, turned 22 years old. Yeah, so that's a huge milestone, man. Political party to be in existence for 22 years, that's a huge accomplishment. So the political leaders, in order to celebrate the milestone, they converged in Zwedru, Zwedru County, or Zulu Whiskey, other people call it. All right, so Patrick, before we go into the analysis, let me see. Let me play some videos here for us. Some of the comments that from that occasion. So let's see first and get this one right here.
I tell people way back 3 years ago, I say, when you see Tagunje, you might say, one shot for Tagungbe, one shot for Bagungbe. Bagungbe. You remember it? One shot for Bagungbe. One say one shot for Bagungbe, one shot for Tagungbe. Bagungbe. You gotta go. One shot for Bagungbe. One shot for Tagungbe.
All right, so that's a little celebration there from the artist, I think Takun J. Let's play another video here, Patrick. I will play Jawia or excerpt of his speech as well. Let's see. Let's bring Simeon Freeman, I think.
Make them do things that they know are against the law. There was drug that was arrested at the airport. Nobody arrested, nobody house surrounded. But former members of the opposition, former members of the past government, they have arraigned them at the court. They've dragged them to court. They've sent police to arrest them. They've done all kinds of things. I'm saying to you, when we come to power in 2029, you know, during the time of President Toba, they had government farm in Grand Jida. Those of you that are young don't know that. You know that. The prisoners from Central Prison, they used to bring them to work on the farm. Yes. Pueka and Kun and those guys will come here to make farm for you to eat. We will bring Pueka here so that he can work for the first time on the farm to know what it is to work for money. And I want to say to you that you are here is a good thing. And it.
All right, so that's Simeon Freeman there, Patrick. So let me play another video here.
The political unity of the opposition, they are already quivering. So they appointed A.B. Gourmand already immediately because of the Zwedru mission. So if you don't appoint A.B., A.B. will go to the opposition. Appoint him, Mr. President. They say Kabila China is coming. You will lose Kabila, you will lose AB. But the president is appointing. Whether it makes sense, he makes sense, appoint AB. So AB is benefiting from opposition unity. Amanda.
All right, that's former Prime Minister there, Samuel Tue, energizing the base. All right, let's listen to the political leader himself before. Let's just play comments first. He was a guest speaker there, and then we'll play a portion of the Senate Bell Judge Weah.
Course of our political dispensation, this party of the masses, led by President George Weah, gave voice to the voiceless, hope to the hopeless, and courage to the downtrodden. This party gave sons and daughters of low-income and neglected communities an opportunity to serve out of West Point, Newport Town, Claratown, Logan Town, Zwedru, and across the nation, key ministers, commissioners, directors, representatives, senators, and a president. This is symbolic of the power and resilience of a people overlooked, underestimated, and treated like outsiders in their own home. I know that all too well.
All right, so that's Cummings, and then let's play George Weah himself a little bit. He wasn't there, but he spoke from a distance. All right, so let's see what Bakubwe said.
Court, threatening judges into submission to toe the line of the executive branch. National security has been compromised with foreign troops occupying Liberia's sovereignty territory while the regime has proven tough, being unable to find solutions to the border encroachment in Lofa County. Security forces are not being used to protect the state, but to brutalize peaceful citizens and destroy their homes. Liberia has turned into a narco state with officials leading the drug trafficking network being shaded by the UP administration, as they as itself is a part of the government itself. We must continue to stand with the Liberian people. My fellow partisans, guests, and fellow Liberians, there are those who believe that we were finished. They said our best day will be on us. To them, I ask, look around Zwedru, look around Grand Jesus, look across Liberia, look at the multitude who still believe in our cause. The movement built by the people cannot be destroyed by propaganda.
Yeah, the movement built by the people cannot be broken by propaganda. That's the president, former president of Liberia, Dr. George Bekubwe. So, Patrick, the anniversary brought a lot of political figures together, different opposition political parties to converge in Zwedru, Ganjeda County to celebrate with CDC. It looks like a conversion into opposition solidarity. Patrick, what are you looking at going towards 2029? Do you think it's going to be a problem for the incumbent or the ruling party?
Well, I think what I saw 1 week ago in Zwedru, I mean, I can best describe it as a political renaissance. The CDC
I think Patrick is frozen there.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
The
CDC is being rebranded. The CDC is being redefined. It's being reshaped. It's being re-solidified, and the CDC is being reconsolidated. Yeah, I think it's trying to tighten, to dot all the I's, cross all the T's, and ensure that its position for 2029 is well defined and is well calculated. But 22 years as a political party, as a political institution, as a grassroots party, the commissaire giving hope to the hopeless and voice to the voiceless. One thing makes CDC unique, one thing made the celebration unique. That uniqueness is tied to its position in the politics. In 4 elections, 2005, 2011, 2017, and 2023. In 4 elections, as a new party, a party led by a former footballer, who is not a traditional or conventional politician, a party led by him has kept itself in the top 2 positions in all elections in the country in the last 4 elections. That is a mark. He has kept consistently. If CDC is not first, it is second. If it is not second, it is first. He has never dropped to 3rd place consistently. He has never dropped to 3rd place consistently. First, second. So that is what if of celebration. That alone defined, that alone really said everything about the celebration of 22 years of existence. The other thing I think we can also talk about 22 years ago, is the fact that CDC, I don't know whether it is the replacement of the progressives or it's a replacement, of the mass, of the struggling class. I don't know, but 6 years of its leadership did not bring bread and butter. It did not put the country on a trajectory of prosperity, but you know, it did what it could do. It did what it could do. And from the speeches we listened to, and from the conversions of opposition politicians, the very people that even led to the dismiss of the CDC politically in 2023, the very people that toppled CDC, you know, through the very rhetoric they're using now, you know, it also tells me that in politics, there is no permanent amity, there is no permanent alliance, there is no permanent friendship. But it also says to me that indeed, for true, politics makes strange bedfellows. Because from what Kumi is saying, that everything Kumi was saying, for example, as a guest speaker, for everything he was saying about the CDC, 6 years ago, he wasn't saying those things. All right? He wasn't saying those things 6 years ago. Simon Freeman, talking those things, 6 years ago, he wasn't saying those things. And everything that was being said 6 years ago wasn't being said. Kabila Jaime, who was impeached by the CDC, led legislature. I thought he could be one of the persons that would never have come close to the CDC, but he was there in Zwedru. Americana was there. Americana wasn't there, but he sent a representative with a message. He sent a contribution. And all the opposition politicians, all governors themselves beyond the CDC. So the question is, are they going with the CDC 2029 as a ringleader of the opposition ticket, or it is about getting a united party? And and nothing I want to say before I get back to you is the CDC anniversary also exposes the immaturity of our politicking, the irresponsible manner in which we politic in this country. I think I felt very bad within a week. For instance, for citizens, because politicians are citizens, opposition, imposition, they are all citizens. For citizens to ride on a national rule, it became a national debate. And not just a national rule, but on a modern rule. At 179 years old, a country at the age of 179 years, people ride on modern rule, and we made a national debate for a whole week. That was the moment. That was the point. That was the point at which I gave up on the country politics. That was the point at which I gave up, on the manner in which we treat politics and democracy. Everything to me was, our way of politicking in this country is bad. We want to change it. So if government maintains rule, in other words, some of us were saying that if government maintains rule, everybody should clap. Everybody should praise government. And when all citizens ride on a rule, it should become a debate. I didn't get it at that time, that week. I didn't get it actually, and I felt very disappointed with the way we created the debate. And I still remain disappointed. But on the overall, the anniversary, I think it was a celebration of democracy. It was a celebration of survival. It was a celebration of, Liberia's own progress, or Liberia's own democratic credentials. And I want to say again, Liberia is making progress in terms of democracy and in terms of, governance and in terms of everything that we have envisioned and envisaged.
All right, Patrick, thank you. Firstly, I want to say congratulations and happy birthday to all the seditions out there on your milestone, 22nd milestone. That's a huge achievement for an institution. Yeah, for it to be still, because we have more political parties in Liberia, But a lot of them, I mean, they are not, once the political leader or the leave power, that party goes down. But it is not the case with CDC and the Unity Party. So CDC, being a young party, it has done relatively well in terms of sustaining itself to reach this level. So we want to say congratulations to the Sedition, happy birthday. Now, Patrick, if you look at the convergence of the multiple people from different political persuasions that gather in Grand Jita County, I think it was one person's speech that stood out to me was the CMC. Maybe stand-up bearer, whatever you call him. What's his name? The CMC guy, Most Ability. Yeah, so Most Ability speech, I think it stood out to me because he says that, to which I agree, right? Political parties coming together and grabbing power is easy. So he calls it a power grab, right? The politicians, the different political parties can get together and they can remove the unity power from power. That's possible, right? But what he said was that there is no ideology, because he said they should be running on principle, on a specific idea, what they want to do for the people. It shouldn't be about grabbing power, it's power grab. That's how he calls it. And I agree with him. So it's relatively easy for the opposition to grab power from the ruling party right now. But what, after they shall have gotten power, what they will do for the Liberian people, that what the CNC guy was emphasizing. What is it that, what is the rallying call, or what is the rallying cry for all the opposition to converge around? What is it that we specifically want to do for the Liberian people? After we shall have taken, that should be our point of debate or discussion right now. And I want to agree with you on that. But Patrick, like you rightly indicated, the country is about to be 179 years since independence, political independence. And while listening to my senator for Grand Jita County, Zopeno, he's so elated about, like you rightly put it, about modern roles in 2026. Because these modern roles, they have been around since the formation of the country. And that is why while listening to President Joseph Boyka ideas when you were talking about the roles, I thought you would have been talking about building a state-of-the-art roads. But when I listened to President Joseph Boyka, when he brought this fixing the road, he was talking about, back in the 70s, they used to have where the holes can be, they will have machine patching those places. That is not a visionary idea to change the country. When you bring an idea that was implemented in the 70s in 2026, and you want to assign a machine to where they got holes, so the machine can cover the holes, that is not a development agenda. That is not a serious country, all right, that wants to develop, So I agree with Most Ability. We want to know the exact idea that the opposition they will espouse when they come to power, and how they say that they want to change the country. It's not somebody building, Patrick. I see people, they talking about overhead bridge, one little thing somewhere Joseph Boyka then built over there. And Patrick, we are so, enamored of mediocrity, right? We small, things that should not be celebrated. It looks so big to us because the politicians, they have programmed the people to not see the bigger picture. All right, Patrick, when you where I am right now, again, people will say, "Oh, you can't compare Liberia with America." Why not? America is a country, Liberia is a country, and Patrick and myself, we are students. We're going to school. Then you say, "Oh, don't compare yourself. Patrick is a student. Madison is a student. So why are you comparing yourself to Patrick?" No, we are students. Liberia is a country that has been in existence since 1847. All right, and you said, "Don't compare yourself with America." Why not? It's a country. You have a president. You have 3 branches of government, the same thing. You have human beings with heads. That's the same thing the people have here. So why we can't compare them? The people are building massive road. The Chinese, they are doing totally different things. But then when we build one modern road somewhere, people put the cover a hole and human beings are celebrating in Liberia. What is happening, Patrick? Why is it that we allow the politician to program us? And that's why myself, I mean, you and myself, we had a discussion the other time about the American Liberians versus the indigenous who had the argument, right? And I criticized just of course, because when you are building the public housing, and when I saw the housing, I compared them to his houses, I already know that God doesn't love us. You can't build a house that looks like this, no AC in it, nothing. It's just a bunch of blocks you just put together and put human being in it. No, Mr. Weir, you don't build houses like that for yourself. Why are you building houses like that for people? You know, so I want to see a leader with real radical transformational idea or ideas for the country. Like when you listen to Duma in Botswana, for example, what that young man is thinking, the way he's talking, what they are doing, you know that the guy is actually the main well for their country. But we don't see it, man. So the politicians, Patrick, we want to say again, congratulations to CDC. But Patrick, I have not seen the revolution yet. No, I just seen political battle. I mean, people celebrating. CDC has hope because when I look at the population, right, the guys are the partisans, those guys in CDC that are relatively young people, right? So once they have good leaders, they can change that country because the young people can change the country. Patrick, the young people, the young people that change our country around the world, they are now old heads, you know. So that's why I was embarrassed when we brought Joseph Boyka. Joseph Boyka, he did not change the country. When you're in your prime, the man is 80-some more years old. I mean, he's beyond retirement. And we brought the man back to rescue us. The man can hardly walk. So how can you bring somebody who can walk? That young people can rescue their people when they're in problem, that young soldiers. That's why, you know, in the military part, they don't put people above. I mean, that Trump trying to increase it now, but it was below 40, you know, because they know at a certain age you can't do certain things, you know. Yeah. So, but I want to say congratulations to CDC. The party has a hope. The politicians, they should actually put the interests of the Liberian people, the people been suffering for I don't know how many years. Our country at Barbados is celebrating 179 years, Patrick, and we don't have better roads in the country. I mean, it's just sad. It's sad. No roads. When you get meter, Patrick got to get meter to put current there. When the rest of the time, Patrick will be in darkness. You know, it's just sad. Patrick, I don't know when the last time my power went off, yo. And when power goes off, Patrick, the people will tell you exactly when it will be back. No joke. When they turn your water off, we say we'll turn the water off. 2 o'clock, Patrick, on the dad, they will bring up the water will be restored. And then they will tell you in advance, oh, we are doing maintenance, we are doing this, and that's the only reason why they will turn your power off. Or maybe that's a natural disaster, but then they will communicate with you, getting it fixed, and they will tell you when it will be fixed. That's how a functioning country is supposed to be. But Patrick, let us not be on the point too much. We want to say congratulations to CDC. And when Bahuwe comes back, he'll do it differently, hopefully. Yeah, but Joseph Boyka is doing the same thing that they criticize Judge Weir. He was building personal houses, and the man probably building your own mansion in Lofa. He said, oh, I don't know about it, you know. Yeah, it's the United Nations, you know, the Mano River Union, the peace headquarters. All right. So we lie to our people. So, Patrick, let's see what we got here for our last talking point here. All right, so let me play the quick video somewhere to the CDC stuff so you can listen to the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Thomas Fowler, what he said. So whether you agree with him or not, let me get your view on this, Patrick.
And CDC can be a problem for Unity Party, the party who you support right now?
No. The Liberian people want to make progress to move it forward. They don't. The popular vote, the majority decision maker of our country, they will not want to go backward. I don't think so. I do not believe so. And the reason is just simple. The group of people that have rallied around to say they are the major opposition of the country,
they were given the time to serve. They did not do well for the country. So I think they should allow this president. The Liberians are not going to accept it.
Do you think, Mr.
So, Pastor, do you agree with what he said there? You know, all the group of people that people are rallying around, they were given power before, and they give them that opportunity, and they feel the people, so they can come back again. Is that a fair argument to make?
No, I don't agree with him in because everything about the CDC is reflected in him. It's reflected right in him. So what has he changed in this country? He has been there. He has been in the legislature for how many years now? 20 years. 20 years. And Pittsville City is the largest city in the country. Pittsville does not even have a public university, but he was here. He was here for 18 years as a representative before moving to Lofa. So what did he leave? What did he leave here? Everything here is privately owned by him. He got his own university. He got a water factory. He got a plenty. He got different businesses that he runs as a lawmaker. What do the people have? So when people are talking, one person that should shut up. One person that has no moral rectitude to talk anything about progress, about accountability, about corruption, about somebody coming back and somebody not coming back. One person that should shut up in this country should be Thomas Fala. But again, it is the political philosophy of the United Party somehow, or even the CDC too. They know that once you are perceived as a bad person, and you join other CDC, you are a good person. Or if you join a youth party, you are a good person. Once you are perceived as a bad person, you join all of them, you are good. And if you remove yourself from all of them, you are bad. That's a philosophy that they both parties live on. So Thomas Fara is not the one to agree with. Yeah, it's not the one to even make a suggestion or proposition. No, he has no moral.
Yeah, so I think I stand with you as well when he said, all the people that the opposition rallying around, they were getting power before and they didn't do well. CDC has held power for how many years in Liberia? Just 6 years, right? How about the Unity Party? How long has the Unity Party led the country? Why did they put Joseph Parker back? He was in power for what? 12 years, right? As vice president. So when Fala say all the people that are in power, that the people try to rally around, they were in power before and did nothing. So what did Joseph Parker do for Lopa when you were there for 12 years? You know? So again, just political, like you rightly said, once you're now on the other side, when the shoe is now on the other foot, then you demonize the other person. It's politics, you know. But I think if you look on the other side, Cummings has not led Liberia before. Simeon Freeman has not led Liberia before. You know, so if you look on the other side, you see new people, you know, new in the context of not serving in government, you know. So, maybe we can say, okay, let's try these people, as opposed to, you know, trying Jeremy Pia, who was, the same spokesperson on Ellen Johnson Sally, and those same people, and you don't see radical change in the country. They demolishing people's houses. Like George Weah pointed out, foreign troops occupying our land on the sophisticated people, you know. So you see some of our, I don't know, yes, the guys, you know, whatever the gravy is, that's where they go, you know. that's the whole thing. And I think there's another statement you were criticizing his man too, or the Speaker of the House. Let me play that one before we go to the next one. You saw it, right, Patrick? Yeah, you're criticizing his man. So I think this is where you're criticizing.
To be honest with you, I like Richard Kuhn, like our working relationship, but I won't shield him up when it is wrong. What I would do is that's why I'm right in the back to always firstly give him the support, give him pieces of advice. Richard Kuhn have never played leadership before. He was fortunate to have been here. I think it was 2017. This is his second term. Richard Kuhn have not played major leadership role in the House of Representatives till he begins Speaker. So I believe he needs time to grow, time to learn. He's an educated guy, but it's different. The academic is different from total leadership in terms of performance in leadership, especially to where he sits. Sometimes people are carried away, people get involved into things, knowing it or unknowing it. And I think he needs time to grow. That's why I'm always there to talk to him about. There are some flaws, there are some mistakes, there are some mistakes that any other leaders would do, like myself. But I think it's not equated to say he should not be trusted with leadership. He must improve, yes. There are reasons he needs to change some of the attitude, his lifestyle, yes. But I think he's a good guy, and we can work with him. He can be a better guy if he decides to be a better guy. All of those things that happened in the last 1 year, he needs to improve on them. He needs to develop himself when it comes to the public image. Apart from the politics, people accuse people. But having some of those things that we see with visibility, I think it's not good for him. And I think my brother should learn from that and let him improve. But I think he enjoyed our confidence. We should give him opportunity. I think.
All right, so that's the man there, you know. Any reaction to what you just heard from Fala?
Yeah, and seriously, I mean, the deputy speaker is just politically is politically incorrect. Yeah, and it's bad for him. I mean, you sit on a national platform and you talk to the speaker like that, and, you know. But thankfully, he apologized. He apologized for that statement. That statement
before he made that, is there a rift? Something was going on between him and Kuhn?
No, there was not. There was no rift. Anyway, people, even though there are speculations that a perceived rift is taking place, Thomas Fala, has become more powerful than the speaker. He has got more followers than the speaker. People have listened. People now listen to him more than the speaker. Those are speculations from the, especially coming from the level of NAMO, the group he has started recently to support President Boyka. From that group, for the 6 lawmakers, signed up to that group. So based on that, people believe that he has surrounded more lawmakers, representatives than the speaker. He has got more lawmakers to listen to him than the speaker. So based on that, people have been speculating that, politically, it's dangerous for the speaker. Now to come to that level to say the speaker lacks leadership, or maybe he needs to learn, or perhaps he needs to grow, politically and into leadership. Everything sends a wrong message, and it sends a signal to the speaker too. That things could be falling apart, because when you say something negative about somebody, you will apologize, you will retract, you will say everything you can say. Yes, the storm will come, but then the message has gone. If you accuse somebody of anything that is inimical, that damages the character or reputation, whether you retract, whether you apologize, whether you say everything to the person, everything you say, you just said it because you want peace to reign. But the bottom line is the message, has gone, and the people have heard the message. So everything that he has done, he has said there, was a dangerous message, but the apologies cannot change it. The speaker, as people have said, well, he has to learn, he has to grow up, especially with his actions. You don't say anything about the speaker, you have to apologize. You express your opinion, you have to apologize for it, or you're reprimanded. And where is Zeke Koluba today? For 6 years, Zeke Koluba was on a rampage. A lot of people were tolerant. They saw it as part of democracy, as part of leadership, to allow people to have their will. But honest speaker, Kuhn, why is Zeke Koluba? Zeke Koluba cannot believe that he's a former lawmaker now, and people still cannot believe that indeed Zeke is a former lawmaker. So yes, those are the things the speaker was pointing to. Is the best speaker. You are making a real statement, but maybe somebody would say he was trying to hide a hand to throw stone, but he was making a real statement when he said he needs to learn, he needs to grow. Those were the actions that he was making reference to. How can somebody make a statement politically and you spare them? Somebody says something politically, then you can put a committee together to investigate. And then if you don't apologize, they are reprimanded or they are suspended, their salary ceased, everything, So things aren't correct, honestly, to be frank. It's polarized and it is different now, as compared to previous years.
All right, Patrick, thank you. Yes. Yeah, the man criticized his boss. No, it is. The guys to sort it out. Let's see here, Patrick. Let's see. I think we got 2 points to look at here. So there was a program here. Let's look at the 19 million cocaine stuff that training for which the Liberia Congress, if you let Parliament, they summoned Joint Security the other day for questioning. Yeah, and yeah, so I want us, Patrick, the Joint Security, are the guys transparent to the Liberian people? Because surrounding the whole drug issue, it looks it's so opaque that we don't know what is actually. I think as men said ad nauseum that when drug dealer in the past, they are caught, the people display them on Facebook, there's a media fanfare about it. But in this 19 million drug issue of saga, up to now, we are not have people. I think they got people of interest, but we are not. Their starter has not even been upgraded to suspect and stuff like that. It's persons of interest, So it's what is going on here, Patrick? Is that the big guys in the country are their hands caught in this proverbial cookie jar? Why is it you have 19 million worth of cocaine headed for Europe, and it was going through Liberia, and it has been caught, but nobody has been brought out for us to see. The Joseph Boyka administration that once criticized Judge Weah and his team for being part of drug log and different things, they got all the things to say about the prior administration. And you have such quantity of drug, cocaine, and then nobody has been brought to justice. You have the IG, police IG, they can't disclose certain information. What is secrecy surrounding the whole thing, Patrick? What are you getting you on the ground? What is going on in our country? Is Joseph Boyka hands in this business or Gregory Como hand in the business? Who are those? Why are they shielding the elements involved in this situation?
Yeah, so everything President Boyka is doing in this country, and for every system he has put in place, his policy, his governance policy, and everything he has initiated under his regime. One thing people believe that will not go on the rampage, or that will not be rampant, or that will not have its way back into Liberia. One thing people believe is, is drug. Nobody will ever believe that drug will even have a way into Liberia, or we're going to discover in Liberia, or we have seen Liberia as a transit point for drug. Nobody will ever believe that until it happened. Because why? Almost all the campaign songs of the Unity Party, for example, most of them were on drug. Yeah. Oh yes, and the people intensify the campaign on drugs against the CDC. So for 19 million worth of drugs to even be discovered at the airport, this is something that the people of Liberia still cannot comprehend. They still cannot believe. They still cannot accept, and they still cannot take as true until indeed they saw it with their own eyes. Now, what's the issue here? And the whole job in this country, my brother, quite frankly, it seems to be like a business, a vicious cycle. You know, something that benefits the dealers, something that benefits certain people, something that benefits justice actors, and something that benefits the DEA itself. But what is also important to note is it is selective. It is very selective. Now, the police IG list, that's why he was saying, for example, he was saying when the senators asked him why there has been no arrest. Why there has been no arrest when there is a FOC. FOC in criminal justice or on the criminal procedure law is what is called the food of the crime. So if you accuse me of stealing a cell phone, then there must be a particular cell phone you're talking about caught with me, seen with me. That cell phone now that you say your cell phone gets missing, but that cell phone is seen with me or seen in my bag, that cell phone becomes the food of the crime. Now, do you need any other excuse to call me for investigation or to arrest me as a suspect? No. So, for instance, the police RG were telling the senators that there's the guy Emmanuel. Emmanuel is a student. Emmanuel is a student, and then most time people call him to pick up cargo. He goes, he picks the cargo up, carries to the airport, and delivers the cargo. I mean, you just found something for him, and he goes back, he goes home. That's what he does. Do you want me to arrest such person? So that was the question of the police inspector general. That acknowledges his job. So the question I've been asking myself too is, if a dead body is found in the boot of the vehicle, can you be arrested? Or if somebody is lying dead on the ground and you are found within that vicinity or where was the dead body, you are found with a dead body. You're not the killer, but can you be arrested? And, you know, so people who have security knowledge can tell us. People who are lawyers should tell us. And, you know, so the thing is, the police is seems reluctant. The IG or the DEA or the Justice Ministry, it appears to be reluctant. I mean, to fast track the investigation and come up with findings and then an indictment or an arrest warrant or a charge for the traffickers, the dealers, and everybody involved in the whole cartel or in the whole drug business. The second thing, I also learned that today, as of today, the police will be holding a press conference where they will be arresting, effecting an arrest on some individuals or maybe charging some of them to quote formally. And I learned Paul King, one of the suspects, okay, one of the persons of interest, you know, who has been named a potential suspect, will be charged formally today, you know, along with other individuals. We don't have the full details yet. That was what I was just watching before we even came on. You see, so they are not giving the public the information they deserve, you know, and they're not updating the public about who are the real suspects, who are those protecting the suspects, or where the drug came. Okay, where it came from we know already, but In whose interest they come to Liberia? How did Liberia become a transit point? How? They have not answered those questions. So, like George Weah was speaking to his congressmen and women in Zwedru. How did he destroy the country? He destroyed the country as a narco state under the United Party government. You see? But under his regime too, at least 100 million was seized, 100 million worth of drugs was seized, and then the guys were arrested. You know, they were arrested, prosecuted, and acquitted by the court. So that, a lot of people are saying, well, it was better. At least the suspects were identified and prosecuted. In this one, nobody is being seen, nobody is being arrested, nobody is being charged, and nobody has been prosecuted. So, my brother, we can keep talking the whole day. Drug is a national issue. It's a national crisis. If one government is challenged in its fight, it should be seen as a national emergency or a national issue. But when you make a particularly an issue against one government, it backfires now and attacks another government. And there is the issue now we are faced with. In fact, before even President Baka took office, before he took office, all his ministers, all his directors, all his officials, they were asked to take a drug test. That was, I mean, before the president took a drug test, and the vice president and every member and most members of his cabinet took drug test. It showed how intentional the president was about the fight against drug. But then later did he know that the issue about drug fighting is something far bigger than even government's power. You see, the RG was saying they don't even have the capacity. The DA boss was saying they got no capacity, they got no logistics, they got no equipment. And you see right there? So my brother, so that's my take. And that's the issue so far. So yeah, it's selective. The other woman, the last time she was naked, she intentionally naked herself to create a spin on government. And you know that the government filmed a naked woman in a fight against drugs, or the DA officers intentionally filmed her while they were doing a search. You know, we don't know. But what I also know in government, in security operations, as always seen at correction facilities, it is seen at checkpoints, it is seen at all professional security areas. When a female suspect is being searched, or is being arrested, you know, it is professionally advised or seen in most areas, you know, a female officer will go and conduct that search. So so the DEA going to a particular place, you know, to raid a particular area of drug, seeing upon arrival that the person in that particular area is a female, it is good you call for backup with female officers if you don't have any, or call for excuse, or madam, please put on your clothes. We are coming in for a search, you know, over search and seizure warrant. Please put on your clothes. Blow the alarm. Make it public. Let people know that yes, you call for alarm. You repeatedly ask her to wear her clothes. It's almost like the police tell you to pull over. They tell you what, they give you the warning. They give you the warning 1 or 2 times. Pull over, or stop. They give you the warning. The next thing, if you don't adhere, anything that happens, it becomes a reasonable law enforcement action. But yeah, in our case, we don't see it as that.
All right, Patrick, thank you. You know, Ellen went to us, Liberia is the conundrum inside a paradox. Whatever that means, you know, you can interpret it for yourself, but you know, that's Liberia is a conundrum. It's a serious puzzle, a difficult puzzle to solve. You know, all the corruption and stuff that been going on in the country, and nothing is being done. This too shall pass sooner rather than later. It will go away. But Patrick, I just wanted to announce to the viewers our next guest on the show, Patrick, for next week. We have the city mayor of Mohair, this lady right here, Shelley. Yeah, Shelley Carlson. It will be our next guest on next Saturday. She is the current mayor of Moorhead in Minnesota, and she is running for Minnesota of District number 4A. You know, she wants to be the representative. So next week, be here the same time. We start at 12 Eastern, 11 Central, and then 4 GMT. Carson will be here to discuss of agenda for Minnesota District 4A. You know, we'll be talking to her. All right. So yeah, be here so we can talk to her. We kind of understanding, right?
For clarity, please, before you continue. Is he running at the level of Congress or at the state level?
At the state level.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, at the state level. Yeah, so she's current mayor now for a city in Moorhead. It's closer to North Dakota, and she wants to run as a representative for District 4A. So she will be here. We'll have a conversation with her. Yeah, so be here. Call your friends, you know, so we can get the ladies' agenda for the people of District 4A. All right. That's the quick announcement that I wanted to share with you. So Patrick, get your questions prepared. You know, you'll be hearing more Siri. Yeah. Okay, so Patrick, I think I want us to let me see. Let's look at the viewer comments here, and we'll talk about some of the bills that your lawmaker of Sinoe County been proffering. Senator Augustine Chie, the new development, what he wants to do, so we can talk about that. But let's look at some of the viewers, their comments here for a second. So let's get the viewers in here. Yeah, because they've been following also. Let's see what they are saying. Kolo say, I trust my dream. That's how I put the esoteric, keep this post. All right. He also said, I have a dream about Honorable Matthew Zarzar was appointed by the president of Liberia, Mr. Joseph Boyka. Okay, let's see. All right, so we have Joseph the Dreamer. Yeah, so we'll see whether Joseph Dream will come to fruition. Lloyd say Honorable Zarzar returning back home is a great idea. Why is it a great idea? Give us some reason why. What difference are his return going to make in the lives of our people? Nathan here say, good afternoon. I'm following you live from a Congo town, resident in Greenville City, Sinoe County. All right. So quickly, just to help our young folks, there's a difference between resident and residence. So with a T at the end, it's the person, you know, so you are the resident of a residence. So where you are is the residence. All right, just to help our kids out there. My wife, the first lady, Patrick can say, Deputy CEO, say happy Independence Day to VOSD. Thank you, honey. We have here Nelson. Nelson say watching from Bourgeois Island, Monrovia, Liberia. We have here PUT. Actually want appear on your platform. What's the way forward? All right, but we'll talk it behind the scene and see what you want to talk about. Let's see here. Who also here? Happy Independence Day to the staff and management of USD. That's Milton Schubert. Thank you, boss. And TSA, I'm PUT following from Greenville, Chocolate City. Resident Maserati County. Well, it got Ghanansville, you said, my fault. Yes, thank you for following. Happy Independence Day to all my USA family friends. Kolo, thank you. Washington from Keba Mission. We got happy 4th of July. The Otis, thanks for following. We have here Sigesha Washington from the Philippines this Sunday morning. We have here Bobo. I'm following from Virginia City, Lofa County. Thanks for following. And let's see, Lloyd here said, watching you live from my Police Academy Junction, Mr. Patrick Giambolu and Dr. Saya Pudet. I'm really enjoying the song played at the background. Zarzar return to Liberia has as an individual. I think that is a good decision after the loss. The result in 2023 has never gone back in the county to appreciate those who stood on the sun and rain to vote him. So I believe he will use this opportunity to get back to Sinoe and appreciating the people of Sinoe County on Zarzar who hold nothing against All right, thank you. That's the gentleman opinion there. And we'll see here. And they say, Doc said you put as a term. My wife is giving kisses. Mwah, mwah. We have Aloysius watching from New Liberia, Minnesota. Okay, Minnesota is New Liberia. Thanks for joining us, buddy. Following closely from Caldwell, Bankston Street, Maserati County. All right, and who here is somebody just while watching from Bonnersville, Maserati County, and Happy Independence Day to you. Thank you, Buzz. All right, Patrick, these are some of the comments. We have our viewers that commented. We want to say thanks for their participation. Keep your comment coming. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page, Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora. We got more videos there as well. All right, Patrick, let's see. Our next talking point: more laws, no action. Why make laws if no one is willing to enforce them? We have, I think I saw, our Senator Augustine Chie try, I don't know whether you especially on that. Yes, he tried to get a court area in Sinoe County somewhere in district number 3, I think Wakaba or somewhere, so that people will be taking the court. But I will give you the floor, man. I mean, what's up with these laws that are not enforced?
I think Liberia is a victim of systemic failure. So when system fails, then society is challenged and the people become more victimized. But to the bills that Chie recently introduced in the Senate, I'm sure it's going to be an accelerated bill, because one of the things that happened before and after the war, whether it was intentional, or it was selective, or it was based on prejudice or discrimination, I can lay my head, spin my head around what really was the cause. But as vast as the Sapo land is, it got only one major magisterial court. Which is the Zarzar City Magisterial Court. Like the Zarzar City Magisterial Court, it serves Kabade, it serves Sinkon, it serves larger part of Wedger. Yeah, Central Wedger, a larger part of Wedger it serves. So there's something was wrong, because Sanquin has no role. Sanquin has about the 33 magisterial courts in Sinoe, of the 33 magisterial courts in Sinoe, Sanquin got about 10. Maybe 10. Let's say about 10 courts are in Sanquin. Tajuwan has more than 5 courts. Maybe they say 10. I don't know. These some of the districts, they just got kind of plenty magisterial courts, and I think Jilepo should have 1 or 1 or 2. Or you see Jile, you see Dube, Sanquin, Tajuwan, Bayen. These 5 districts, the number of magisterial courts in those districts, of the 33, the 5 may have got, about 20 or 25 of that number. If you go to Zarzar, Sinkon, Wakaba, you got 1. Okay, 1. So to put a magisterial court in Pinetown, putting magisterial court in Pinetown is a good thing. It's commendable. So at least those from Cinco, if they catch you in Cinco, at least they stop you right in time there to prosecute you. And but to come from Panytown to Bidwell Creek, from Cinco to Bidwell Creek, but I thought you should do it 2 courts. I would suggest 2 courts because Cinco is also a very big land area, big district. It deserves a magisterial court too. And so at least 1 court in Cinco, 1 court in Panytown there, I think it was said. But I think let's begin with Panytown, and I think it's commendable. And so Chair should be commended for that actually. And we all need to support him, maybe provide support and sponsorship to the bill so that it can go through as far as possible. Somebody else can come out with another bill too for a magisterial court, at least in Alapelocon or Fubadi. Yeah, I don't know if there's a magisterial court there. If there is one there already, no problem. If there's one already there, no problem. But so far, to my best of my knowledge, I know that the whole Sabo land got more major magisterial court, which is the one in Johnson. The one in Panytown now, at least it will serve as a boost when it is passed into law and then signed into him bill by the president. It will boost.
Patrick is frozen there. All right, guys. Yeah, we are talking about.
Yeah, and concluding on the issue of bills. Yeah, I think our lawmakers have done their best. We have put down too many bills now, but nothing is here of the bills. Some are 2 years, some are more than 2 years, some more than 1 year now, some more than 6 months. Nothing is happening to the bills. So I don't know what's happening. I don't know. Too many good bills, but nothing happening to those bills, and I think it's something that we should be looking at. It's worrisome. We should not be putting bills on the floor when nothing is coming out of them. But for the magisterial court bill and the bill creating the vocational institutions, the one in Johnson and the one in Greenville, they are good bills also too. The bill creating the Celestial District in Wampo, the city in Crystal Farm, and the borough of Sive. These are all good bills. Well, we don't hear anything about those bills, and I think it's concerning. We must be very concerned and ask some questions. What keeping those bills in committee rooms, or what keeping those bills? On the files.
Yeah, Patrick. My thing is, we can talk about bills all the time. We have 19 million cocaine right now. They can't get the people to bring them to justice. So we can build all these different edifices, for people to go to justice. But when the big guy, those things are just for the little people. For the big guy, when the big guy is caught in crime, he does not go to court. So it just, again, until we have a serious system that will hold people accountable, we just are beating a dead frog, as Honorable Zarzar would say. All right, so Patrick, that's the issue of the new bills. Let the guys keep putting bills out there, and then the people don't have food to eat. They're sleeping on buildings that are leaking. You have mosquito-infested houses, and then the people pressing Sunnyball, Noah, and all those things. Yeah, let it keep making bills that when the people are hungry and no schools in the county send the community college to establish. I thought, was it the second convocation ceremony they had today? I saw one, Yeah, but Patrick, there was this, I think they had this corruption day.
I think it should be the third.
Okay, the third. Okay, that's good. All right. So, but there's another program that was held where Councilor Dewan Gongolo was one of the speakers there, and I just want to play the quick video so you can see what he said, and then we'll give our opinion. So this is what Councilor.
Because it's going to the budget for all kinds of things, legislative engagement, this other one, and the money doesn't reach the people. You steal from the people, that's legalized theft. Not because it's in the budget, not because they approve it, that's legalized theft. Now, then different things, secrecy. Under President Weah, he said his salary was reduced by 25%. President Barker said about 45%, but we don't know the whole number. If you know the whole number, you can appreciate that reduction. That whole number is still a secret. And secrecy promotes corruption. He paid for the 7-story buildings, and then we complain about it. We don't know the source of the money. The President Barker is building a presidential center in Foya. Again, caution secrecy to the extent that the president said, I don't know about it. I just heard about it. Oh, but you just heard about it. We're talking about $6 million, nobody in jail. You just hear about it. That's the problem. But before President Barker took over, this is International Anti-Corruption Day. We have to call spade a spade. Before he took office, $500,000 was taken from NASCO.
All right, Patrick, that was the International Corruption Day celebration speech there, or part of it by Tawan Gongolo. And Patrick, I kind of appreciate what he said. He kind of highlighted Joseph Boyka corruption, George Weah corruption. But what I thought he did not do right, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was sitting right behind him. He did not call out. He called Joseph Boyka, he called George Weah out, but Ellen was sitting right behind him. I watched the whole program. I was like, is he afraid of this lady? Why he can call out too? Because she wanted the president. I don't know why Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was there in the first place. Because when it comes to corruption, Ellen should not be part of anything that has to do, because she's a key player in corruption in the country. So the mayor to be one of the speakers there, anti-corruption day, and they put Ellen Johnson Sirleaf that I implore all her children in government, nepotism, you know. I mean, on her watch, the country of billions of dollars were pumping in that country, and she couldn't, finish executive mansion. That woman pumped $10 million in the executive mansion. She couldn't finish it. When the GSC did a report, they don't know where the money went. $10 million for one renovation of the executive mansion. I read that report. Like, wow. And then Councilor Gongolo is speaking, pointing out Joseph Boyka and pointing out George Weah, but she can't call out Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and say, yeah, one of the corrupt person behind me here. The guys are afraid. Also, young boy, you're a man, you call the people out. But they can't be far away before you call. But when the woman sitting down behind you, and you can't call one of the people that are sitting in our country morning hall behind, call the woman out. And that's my only disappointment with that presentation he made over there. But that was a good speech. He called the people out, but we can't put people that want Gongolo in power, because Liberian people, we are strange people. We put those ones in powers that harm us, that will tell us nothing good, that have no integrity. Those are the people we put in power, So that's why the country is like that. But go ahead, Patrick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, not calling Ellen out was something wrong on his part. And I love Councilor Gongolo's speeches. I mean, he's very bold. He's courageous, he's outspoken, and he knows when to speak, how to speak, and where to speak. And as one of the funniest, statement we can boast of in the country. I mean, the people are not even looking his way. I don't know. There's one question I keep asking myself. What is the irony in that the people don't look the way of the progressives? People don't even look. I mean, they don't usually look the way of the progressives. I mean, they can talk. They are well outspoken. They're intellectuals. I mean, they are very towering in their thoughts and analysis. But nobody seems to even look in their way. I mean, and I know why. I don't know. Because Global keeps making a comparing case. Yeah, he analysis. I mean, he analysis. I mean, his analogies. I mean, everything. Sometimes he takes a tour of the whole country. Yet nobody lost his way. But he's a progressive. So the question is, why do people not look the way of the progressives? Who are they? What happened to them? No, nobody sees them.
I tell you this for sure. Why the people are not looking in the direction of the progressives? The reason is, Patrick, our people have been conditioned such that when the good thing is before them, they don't see it, they are blinded to it, you know. So you have like politicians that have no good idea, that have no viable idea. All they do, they have just mere rhetoric, right? So they come with rhetoric to the people, and they don't look at the person who actually has idea. I mean, and this is not unique to Liberia, Patrick. If you listen to a PLO, for example, you say he once contested and he brought out his agenda, but the people went with different person. So it's an African thing. We are enamored, we are attracted to people that are vacuous, you know, that have nothing concrete to offer the people but mere words, and they play tricks, they come and give you bag of rice, you know, but they don't have like a systemic change agenda, you know, to change, to make you independent. They don't have the agenda, but they look at immediate gratification, what comes before you right now. They are not looking at what 10 years from now, or when I leave from here, what will happen to my children. They're not looking at leaders that think that way, generational leaders, you know, or leader that will think about, okay, right now, we the current generation is screwed up right now. So how can we make it better for the next generation? That's why these advanced country, Patrick, they get 5 years plan, they get 10 years plan, they get 20 years plan, they get 50 years plan. You know, it's not just for now. You know, you can make policy now that for example, that will put the people to work. You know, you can do that. But after that, what next? When you shall have left the scene, what happens? You know, so we don't have leaders that think like that. So that's why when you were talking, Jenna, you were talking about Thomas Pala having, I mean, a personal private schools, I mean, all the different things, even though he never had them before he got in government. So they see government as a cash cow. They suck resources, they milk government, and nobody holds them accountable. You know, no accountability. So the guys, when they go to government to just, I mean, sometimes I listen to the lawmaker, oh, we are struggling. I mean, things are hard on us. The people keep coming to us. Okay, what are you doing for the people to start coming to you? Are you doing something to make the people independent? For the people to start saying that you guys are the ones that are eating the money. You say you don't have money. I was listening to Amara Kwane and what you call it, Snow the other day. It's the money that I can spend on my district. And I can be thinking, okay, where did they get the money from? Even though they will tell you at the same time, oh, I made $7,000 to $8,000. Okay, when you say you don't make enough money, then you're telling us the money that I can spend on my district. Okay, suddenly, where you taking out all the money from? That you are okay, even though you say your salary is not enough, but where you taking the extra money from? You know, so something when they get, I mean, the guys getting government. And all of a sudden, the Sonny Boy know how they're buying buses, they're building schools, and they're doing different things. And when you ask Sonny Boy know how to give a report, no report. An institution has to do research. I mean, they got to investigate and see how you got all these people that don't mean well for their country. You know, they're only there to kind of enrich themselves. They go out of the country, they buy fancy clothes, they kind of dress in front of people, and they say, yeah, the boss man looking good today. I mean, we just look at things that are not even important. Now, what people think about our lawmakers, Patrick, when I'm working there, when they leave you work, before they go to wear the next day, what they can be thinking about what they will wear the next day. It's not about the people. What kind of outfit, what kind of blade I will eat tomorrow. That all they're thinking about, those are the things so they can block. That why some of them, when they go in the Capitol building, they wear sunglasses right in the building because that's what important to them. It's not about the people. They go there and go bluff. You know, my man, what kind of when they go in the committee room, what kind of outfit you bring it tomorrow? What kind of blade? You know, that kind of thing when we're in high school, those things we're thinking, that what they're thinking. You know, so we are in a long haul here, Patrick. But it has been a good show, Patrick. Let me give you an opportunity to close, and I will recognize the viewers and people that are following today. And again, we open the lines. If you want to call, you can call me. You call me through WhatsApp or Messenger. If you want to say anything to us or to say happy July 4th, so you can tell me why you're happy for it. My man Patrick is happy about July 4th. So Patrick can also tell me before you go. Patrick, again, I want to ask you, why are you happy for US 250 year celebration? What has US done for you? The country that sent ACS. Listen to the NEO, American Colonization Society, to your country. And your country, July 26th will make you 179 years. And Patrick said this is the best country in the world. And this country sent ACL to settle Liberia, to run basically Liberia on the watch of the US, you know, that what they send the American Colonization Society that were running the country, right? So after 179 years, the country that Patrick is saying happy independence, what did they do for your country? How did they transform Liberia? What can you brag about Liberia having been led by the world superpower, the American Colonization Society, where you had the Omega Tower that they used World War II to be spying on other people? What can you brag of? They had 99-year fire stone contract over there, and where the people are, no school, no library, nothing whatsoever. Patrick, tell me, what are you celebrating 1776 July 4th?
All right. So thank you, and I like the question. And let me say again, good evening to those who are following us, and happy July 4th to all Americans and everyone residing in the Middleway, of America. I want to say, may God continue to bless America, and may we continue to trust in God only, but also trust in America. And what did America do for Liberia? 179 years now, imagine. So the first thing is, you are doing everything humanly possible to give your children, beautiful kids, see how they are excelling in their, in their education, in their lifestyle. Everything they are doing right now is what you are instilling as a father, is what, your wife is helping you to instill into them, so that tomorrow they become protected citizens. When Liberia was established in 1822, Article 2 of the ACS Constitution clearly defined the role of Congress. Clearly defined the role of Congress at the point of maturity of the settlement. So, if Roberts and few other crooks being made aware of what was coming after the settlement, that at the point of maturity, Congress will have declared Liberia a protectorate of the United States or a colony of the United States officially, as per Article 2 of the ACS Constitution. And reading that, for example, being made aware of that, for example, and at the point of that maturity, and they jump in, and form that cookie clique with few others, brainwash them, and led the country into independence in the name of, protecting sovereignty, and people, custom duties were being violated, and it was time, and although Flynn say excuses, and robbers and his group of crooks, they did that to the coalition. What did America do? America protested that action. For 15 years, America cut a speech. For 15 years, America did not do anything that could have made Liberia a republic until Lincoln. After 15 years, Lincoln said, well, no problem. Since I have issued an emancipation proclamation and we need to take all these slaves from here and take them back to Liberia, as our base, we can't do it. We can't do it if we call a speech. We can't do it by putting a speech. So we must do something. So Lincoln recognized Liberia's independence, and all men as equal. America did not stop there. America started giving support, providing aid, and sending troops, sending relief, and sending money, engaging into different industrial activities for the country. But the people who came here, they were lazy. They were looking up to America for food, for clothing, for everything. Every now and then they were in America. The same way today, the same way we're doing it right now. Every now and then we'll get sick, we'll fly America, we'll go for treatment. That's how the ACS, the colonists, that's how they behave. That was their motive. That was how they were treating the colony. Every small thing, fool, they call America. In 1926, America sent her own company here, sent Firestone here. What did the government do? The puppet government. And they were forcing their own citizens. They were forcing their own citizens as forced laborers to work on Firestone plantation and do other things. Has the government of Liberia ever called on the American government to pay for the damages caused to citizens who were forced into labor? The Liberian government has ever said anything about that? No. The people went to slave labor, they suffered, some of them died, it's still free. So what the country fails to do for herself in her position, America fails to do for her. For instance, look at Israel. Look at Israel. America has given far more to Israel than has given to Liberia. What's the reason? If Liberia had put herself in the position of Israel, and take care of yourself first. Give love to your people. Develop your country. Help yourself. And God is clear. Heaven helps those who help themselves. So when it comes to Liberia issue, America has no fault. America is not at fault. Look at the first indigenous president of Liberia. How much did he receive from the American? The highest ever. The highest ever. 500+ million. Yet, do we have rule then? Was there rule was there rule in the Southeast? Is there rule there today? No. Ellen, we are one guy. So America has done exceptionally well for Liberia. Liberia abuses the opportunities. Liberia squanders the opportunities. Liberia steals the opportunities. Liberia abuses the opportunities. Liberia out of laziness, out of ignorance, out of everything, rejects the opportunities America gives Liberia. So it's not America's fault. I'm happy today that we are celebrating 12 schools in 10 years in existence. And thank God today, if not for America, Liberia would have lost all her territory to Sierra Leone. Liberia would have lost all territory to Ivory Coast. Liberia would have lost all territory to Guinea. But when America stepped in, Liberia's territory was secure. Liberia's territorial integrity was restored and protected up to now. America. So what else must America do, my man? I mean, if you give me all the opportunity here to make life better for myself, and I'm here as the one big boss, cornering all the opportunities you're giving me, then I come back after 179 years. After 179 years, now I come back and say, oh my man, you feel me, man? All my children come back and say, no, Doc, I mean, that was a brother to Patrick, but Doc feel Patrick. And you know, yeah, you feel Patrick.
Yeah,
oh, he feel I mean, yeah. So, Doc, I will encourage you, my brother. Even though you are the crocodile right now in the water with the alligator, and you know, I can't dispute everything you claim to know or you know about the alligator. And you know, I respect everything you know about the alligator. But please, at least, you know, let the alligator enjoy some more. All right, let it have some more peace, let it have some more rest. Okay. And today again, I want to say today to all of you again that following from the US, I want to say happy Judah 4th to all of you, and may God continue to bless you as you bless your citizens or people back home, and may God continue to bless and make America great, greater, and the greatest again and again, as she also protects the world from terrorists, and I mean from bandits, and from economic hardship, from dictatorship, from communism, from all the bad things that other people want to do to the country, I mean to the world. I want to say God bless America and God bless the US a lot.
Thank you, Patrick. Thank you. Yeah, we'll listen to your song. Thank you so much. Yes, the man said America is the best thing I ever have in Liberia, but then the same America sent out to kill 250,000 people. Yeah, so that's a good thing. The men were in jail, they sent a man to Liberia because they never liked George or Doe. You know, so but anyway, we're not going into all that history. They colonized you, American colonization society. They never wanted black people here. They say, you know, I will colonize the people. They went there, set up their own government. But Patrick, I'm not going to all that history, man, but it was a good show. I want to say thank you so much for always coming here to, you know, share ideas, share perspectives with our people. I want to say thank you to our viewers. I've seen people that are following. Maya Tully, thanks for following. Maya Sawyer, Cesar, I think, thanks for following. We got Morgan Pine, we got Luscious Sian Quia, got Bolu Freeman, got Hotel Kulu, got Lloyd Jelly, Nathan Jebele, got here, Nelson. Yeah, I can see everybody, but I want to say thank you so much for following us today, Patrick. We'll be back again next week with our special guest. Yes, to have another conversation with our people. Yeah, she will be here as our guest, the mayor, the city mayor of Moorhead, Minnesota. That's Honorable Shelley Carlson. Carlson will be here to talk about her agenda. She wants to represent Minnesota District 4A, the state level. So we're going to be talking to her. So spread the news. We're going to put the flyer out later today or anytime this week or next week to create the awareness for our interview with the city mayor of Moorhead. That being said, we want to say thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today. And we're going to see you next week.
I
I can't fuck you. Only you. Socio. Socio. You know, say, Yatika. Don't blame your friend, they need one on you. You don't know mama. You don't know, say, Yatika. You're probably double my yes, me. One table, my own, I want this something. Socio, Garoja, and Psychic. No, you're the boy. Manager Paiswa. The song is dedicated.